never-ending quest to bring you guys some of the best worst gear out there. I stumbled upon First Act. You can see my other video where I go over a modded First Act distortion that I was able to get. And what we have here is quite possibly the second most rarest of the First Act pedals, the chorus. I pulled this guy apart and I found out that he had a BL3207 chip in him, which is basically a Chinese version of the MN3207, which is notably used in things like the CS9, the Maxon 550, the Boss CE3, BF1, and VV2. It is a Bucket Brigade analog chip. It's got 1024 stages. It's a variable delay, and it provides up to 51.2 milliseconds of delay. I can't like look at the circuitry and determine like if it's a clone or not, because I'm not that good at electronics by any means. But when we listen to it, I think you'll find that it's maybe a little bit more heavy-handed. It really sits between chorus and flanger a little bit more than some other choruses do, I think. But I got this one. You can find them like right now on eBay for under 30 bucks shipped to your door, I believe, which is a pretty good deal on an analog chorus. They do have die-cast metal enclosures, so the enclosures are metal, although you can see the knobs are kind of small, they're not well marked. It's got a little blue LED, blue because it's chorus, you know it's icy. But yeah, this one, somebody had it on like Reverb for 20 bucks, and I threw them an offer for 15 and they took it. So this one came to me with shipping under $25. So that's a real... That's not so bad. The jacks on them are a little bit janky. It uses a regular Boss style power supply, and you can put a 9-volt battery in it if you need to. I forgot to mention, and I'll have to cut this back into the original, but one thing to watch out for, actually two things to watch out for on this pedal, is that the level knob, and this is a deal breaker for a lot of people, works when the pedal's off. So we've got no LED up here, dry sound. So some people really won't like that, and I get it. But another thing I wanted to also mention is that I feel like with the chorus pedal, the dynamic, not the dynamic range, the frequency range is somewhat compressed. I think it's got like a mid bump and you lose some of the highs and lows. Let's see if we can demonstrate that real quick. You definitely lose some low end, maybe not some high end, but that's another thing to watch out for too. So an EQ pedal might be able to work some of that out. I might be able to force some of those through. It might just be the design of the pedal. Yeah, not sure why that is, and you know, some things are going to remain a mystery. So it's kind of the old style, kind of the new style. These First Act pedals, I will warn you, were sold at Toys R Us for a time. So they may have, you know, First Act kind of has that reputation of being a toy. They were sold at Toys R Us, and from what I've read online, there's actually one point in time where the First Act pedals went on sale for $5 a piece. So there was a point in time when you could get one of these for $5. I think that time has pretty well passed. Though you never know. Throw somebody a lowball offer and see if they jump. When exploring the tone, a lot of times I like to turn everything on a chorus all the way down. The intensity and the speed. Well, oh, let's hear the dry tone. Sorry, skip that. The dry tone, it's a Fender Strat with the neck and bridge mixed, kind of like a telly. Ah. That's a little better. Click on the chorus. So you can hear it. I feel like the intensity on this one ramps up pretty quick. That's at almost noon right there. If we turn it up like 3 o'clock-ish. It gets pretty not subtle. Let's turn the intensity all the way up. It's probably around 4 or 5 right now. It doesn't go up any higher. Well, I mean, on the clock face, it's at 10. So that's how the intensity sweep sounds. You can, with the speed, get it to go into some pretty crazy areas. And we're not there yet. We have the speed at about 9 o'clock or 2 on the dial. You can hear on the solo there, it almost has more of a doubling effect. I'll turn the intensity down a little bit and the speed up a little bit more. Yeah, the speed is maxed out. So it doesn't get super tremolo-y per se, but one thing I will say that's really weird about this pedal is that if you max out both the intensity and the speed, you get something truly bizarre. What is that? seasick. That is truly bizarre. That is probably someplace that most people may not want to go with it, but it also kind of gives you a taste of what weirdness you can get out of this. So sometimes if you can't get expensive stuff, get weird stuff. That's what I say. If you're not a part of the weird, you're a part of the boring. So let's put this back to a more human sounding, or let's play around with it with the speed and the intensity up. This is the intensity backed off a little bit. You can hear it's still like okay. So let's go back to human settings. Like that. Now one of the fun uses of a chorus that I found is putting a distortion pedal in front of it, and I first learned about that from way back in the 90s. And it was talking, basically an article or something I read was talking about how to get a sort of Nirvana sound, and basically it divulged that in the recording of it, there were many layers to Kurt's guitars, so a good way to simulate that is to plop a chorus behind your distortion pedal. So I'm not sure if you can see it too well, but there's a grunge pedal right here, just for this purpose, because sometimes seeing how it reacts with distortion can be kind of interesting. Let's go over the dry distortion real quick, even though I don't want this to be all about the grunge pedal. But this is the FX69B. It's not the original. Now let's see if the chorus can thicken that up a bit. So, I mean, it does the thing. It sounds alright, especially considering you're not dropping a lot of money on it. $25, hard to go wrong. Definitely kinda, I don't know, maybe cooler than one of the little, off-brand mini pedals like this guy up here. Although it's not off-brand, off-brand. There's that silver horse. But you know, if you look on eBay, they have tons of those tiny little pedals, and they're really cheap. So this is maybe cooler than that, maybe not. I don't know. It's probably sold to someone in a toy store. So you gotta love that. But I think it's functional. If you're super serious about your tone, you might not want it. If you're super serious about being weird, you might. If you like being weird or cheap, boy, this is the pedal for you. But yeah, I'll probably hold on to it. There is a third first act pedal that I'll be going over here shortly. So you have that to look forward to. And maybe we'll see what a first act pedal board would look like. There may be other toy guitar sort of effects coming up too. So if you like that stuff, definitely like and subscribe, hit the bell. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments, or if you just want to say hi or hey or whatever. Yeah, if you want to leave a comment, put it in the comments. Also, if you like synthy stuff, I'll pan you over this way a little bit. You can see you got some synthy stuff going on, and we do that here too sometimes. So thanks for hanging out and checking out this this cheap analog chorus, and I hope it's been fun.